hopefully what happened in the game stays in the game, and I know they're going to take their shots. I know they're going to be happy to see me in there just because, you know, I knocked Jesse out and Russell out personally, and I definitely had a hand in getting rid of Lydia. So there's definitely going to be some bad blood there, but hopefully, you know, everyone could just realize that it is a game. So I'll let them get their shots in for a day or two. I'll take it, but I think after that, I think everyone will come to terms to it, you know, that it was just a game, and, you know, we only have a couple weeks to enjoy our remaining time here. So I think everyone will see that. You know, I'm hoping everyone will see that, and I'm not really fearing going to that house, but obviously it's not a place I'd like to be, you know, right off the bat. But I think it'll be a fun place and a good place to finish up this game on a fun note. I was kind of expecting it. Natalie told me the night before that she wasn't giving me her vote, and I was almost just gonna lay down and, you know, just take it. I didn't really want to go against Jordan and, you know, start digging in for votes. I really didn't with Kevin at all. Natalie was my road that I took to switch her vote, and I thought for like just a hair that my speech might have done it at the end, but obviously I'm not the best public speaker, but I thought I had her. I didn't. I had like maybe a second of hope at the end of the tunnel, or light at the end of the tunnel, and, you know, I kind of expected it, and, you know, what happened happened. I'm gone, you know? So hopefully Jordan can pull through and win the final two. That's what I'm hoping for now. Kevin had one window of opportunity. I wasn't friends with him the whole game, and I know I switched my strategy from Russell to him, and I kind of put my eggs in his basket in a sense, you know? And he had one chance to make one move the whole game. He didn't do anything, had one chance at power, and took me out, you know? He stabbed me in the back, so he had one opportunity to show his trust, and he was not trustworthy. So why would I go to him again and expect him to vote the way I wanted to? I just figured, you know what, I'm done with you. You spit in my face, kinda. I'll try to take a different avenue with Natalie and just avoid you altogether. It sounds kind of big-headed, but I didn't want to give him the satisfaction, you know, of like me talking to him and him laughing in another room at me, you know? So, you know, I'm a big boy. I could take my lumps, and I took a big one. I honestly, in my heart, think Jordan's gonna make it to the final two. I think she's learned a lot from me and just being together with me, and she has her own ideas too. A lot of people think she just skated by, but she helped me throughout the game, you know, supported me, someone to lean on, and I think she'll take that, and, you know, it's only a week or two left here, like 2 weeks left, and I think she's gonna make it. She's strong enough to make it to, you know, maybe 1 or 2 days it'll take her to get over me not being there, but she does have a friend in Michelle there, and, you know, it just might happen that Kevin might knock out Michelle, or Michelle might knock out Kevin, or Jordan might win for herself and knock out someone, you know, and she's got a good shot at making the final two. Well, that's still a question mark right now. I think the joke answer, I like to say, if Jordan wins, I think I'm going to take Jordan. She's got a good shot at going. You know, but right now it's a question mark. We'll see how how it plays out after the show and everything relaxes, and then we'll go from there. Well, it's tough in the house, like, to have a relationship with someone with all the cameras there. So we were just friends, BFFs as she likes to call it. So we were definitely close friends in there, but we definitely made out a couple times. So, you know, we took it kind of to the next level, but couldn't like really have a relationship in the house. And starting a relationship under those circumstances is definitely, I don't know, maybe not a place you want to start a relationship, but definitely made a good friend in Jordan. There's no question about that. Definitely would like to continue to speak with Jordan and talk to her. And if things evolve from there, you know, great. And if they don't, you know, I definitely don't want to lose Jordan as a friend. So want to keep that friendship for sure, first things first. And if it evolves to something else, you know, it's in God's hands. I'm sure a lot of people probably see and think that, you know, I carried her the whole way, but it works, you know, a partnership in the game. She was definitely my partner. Week 1, the whole house was against me. I mean, 12 on 1. And she took a chance on me and came into that room and said, you know, I'm gonna talk to you. I don't care what the rest of the house says. And I promised her at that moment, I mean, I was in the green room wearing a black tank top and my camouflage shorts. I remember it like yesterday. And I told her, I'll take you as far as I can go. And from that moment on, I kept my word to her. And it wasn't like I was carrying her. I made a promise to her. And it didn't feel like I was carrying her at all. You know, I wanted her to come up strong. I wish she would have got some, you know, some other things different, that she would have played bigger. But to me, having her support in the house was a big part of my game. That's why I need someone to lean on sometimes. I do come off the handle sometimes and I need someone to calm me down. So she was that person, and maybe if she was not there doing that, I would have came off the handle and been out a long time ago. So she definitely played a part behind the scenes that people don't realize. So I don't look at it as like carrying her at all. I do, well, obviously, looking back on it, you know, I do regret trusting them, but at the same time, I don't want to blame them for my downfall. I think, you know, in life or in the game, you should definitely take responsibility for yourself. And I rolled with that. You know, I want to support my decisions, and I went with that decision. And really, if you want to boil it down to one point, it wasn't what I would change or trust or this and that. If I won that last POV, that was it to me. That destiny was in my own hands, and I failed that day. So I take it upon myself, you know, to live with that failure. And, you know, obviously it's a tough pill to swallow, but if I would have won that POV, they would have had no say in the matter, you know, trusting or not trusting. So that's the point I look back on. Russell was a great competitor. I didn't know if he was coming after me. I felt like he really was. So at this point, why not get out the strongest competitor? And I definitely knew, not even thought, I knew I could beat Kevin or Natalie at any point I wanted to. I had one day to think about it. I really wish I would have done it. Now I guess everyone's asking about it, and I did tell Jordan I would do that, but with everything flying in my head about the vote and how I was leaving, you know, it didn't slip my mind. It was in the back of my mind, but when I got up, she kind of grabbed me first, and I kind of wanted her to walk me to the door. If she would have maybe did some more, I'm sure she was like a little scared that I was mad too, so it just didn't happen. But if you want, I'll give her a good kiss on the finale show, and I'll make everybody happy. I want to give her a kiss too. And since we're on the subject, you know, I didn't say a goodbye to Jordan, which I regret, and also Michelle. You know, I think I kind of just pushed everyone aside. You know, I was thinking about myself, and I wish I would have took a little more time with the people I cared about in the house. I don't know where these things come from. I'm filled with useless knowledge and dumb quotes and things like that, so that's where they come from. Other knowledge, like spelling, I'm not so sharp at, you know, but the one-liners, you know, I can nail them, and movie quotes, I'm there all day with you. No regrets. You know, I like to live my life no regrets and support the decisions that I make, and you know, I feel like no regrets. If there's any point, like I said in the game, that I regret is not somehow focusing more or being more prepared for that POV. You know, I don't know what I could have done. I think sometimes with those pictures, it clicks or it doesn't, you know? I think there was some stress there, obviously, that I put it all on my shoulders, maybe too much. Like, if I don't win, I'm gone, you know? So there was definitely some stress there. It was a late challenge, you know, that night. So I don't want to, like, I'm not big on excuses, you know what I mean? I definitely want to put the weight on my shoulders. The one regret I had is not coming through with that POV. That's it. Everything else I did in the game, you know, with the coup d'etat, which I appreciate very much, but with the coup d'etat and, you know, getting Russell out and not Kevin, you know, all those were great decisions, I think. And if I won that POV, you know, everyone, and I won the game, everyone would be like, oh, great moves. But now that I'm out, it's easy for people to judge where I went wrong. So where I went wrong was winning that POV. That's all. I'll put the weight on my shoulders. Being friends with Jordan, everything else, I would do exactly the same. And I had a great time with it, and I thought my decisions were good. I made it this far, and I think I was one short of winning this whole thing. Well, when I first got the coup d'etat, I was kind of speechless. You know, I was so overwhelmed, you know, that I won. So I really didn't give a good thank you. So here's my opportunity to say thank you so much for everyone who voted for me. Really, it meant the world to me. It's like the biggest honor ever I had in the whole game. I'll never forget that. So thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone who voted for me. I definitely 100% would not have made it as far as I did without you. So thank you for that. And it changed the game. It changed everyone's game. You know, I flipped the house upside down with it. I think it made for a better season, you know, and I think it made for better everything, you know, and I'm glad I had the honor to do that. And, you know, thank you so much. I didn't come off like I really was thankful for it, you know, just because I was speechless in a sense. So without that, I would have definitely gotten nowhere, and I definitely want to thank everyone for voting for me.